Today is Saturday the 21st of October 2017. This is the Caravan and Camper Show in Warsaw, Nadajin, and this is an Adria model, and we'll now have a quick look at it. This one here is the Axcess 600 SC, and the writing is a bit small, but I'll give you the most important thing here, which is the price. Well, here's written 259,900 zloty, which is approximately 65,000 euros. So, first thing we can see from it is that it hasn't got a flat roof, and that will normally mean that there's a bed in there to get in the way of your head. Now, not having a flat roof is not a good idea if you want to stop sticking stuff on the roof, such as solar panels. You can of course get these flex panels which bend, but they're nowhere near as good as the ones which are a fixed shape. They're nowhere near as efficient. Right, having pointed that out, there we've got the garage, which is relatively large, and there is enough space there possibly to get two bikes in. The height seems to be okay, and there's a ladder in there. Let's come inside. Now, at the back here, we've got a bed in the center which goes up, so you can sort of sit up in bed should you so want. Alternatively, you can pull the thing out down here and you can sort of lie down. Now, as you come in, there is a reasonable amount of space coming around when it's in this form, but when the thing is pulled out completely, there will of course be less room. You've got hanging space on either side of the bed itself, and if I come down here, you can see that the shower is there, and the toilet with this sensible sliding door is on the other side. So it's easy enough to get into the toilet after a night out on the booze with your mates. Obviously, the head height as you come into the bed, because of this, when you get up on the step there, unless you're particularly small, that you are going to hit your head on the roof. But I mean, that's what you got to expect in things like this. But what you don't expect to hit your head is when you're in the living area, and I'm going to be coming on to that right now. Okay, here in the kitchen, we've got standard Dometic 3 burners with the control from here. You've got a relatively large sink, and you've also got a bit of space there for chopping, and we've got here very nice cabinetry, and there's plenty of space there to keep your pots and pans and food and all of that. Now, coming around here, we've got 5 seats around the table, and we've got a rather unusual slidey out thing down here that comes up like that. I suppose that's put your feet up on when you're sitting there. Maybe, I'm just guessing, there may be some of the reason for it being there. And okay, as we come in here, the bulkhead, you've got plenty of room when you're standing here, for example. You can stick your stuff up there should you so wish as well. But up here we've got this spare bed, and the problem with the spare bed is as follows. When I stand here, I'm hitting my head against the bed itself. In fact, I would say that there can't be more than, in its current position, 170 centimeters of clearance, maybe even slightly less. Now, the bed could go up higher, or it may not go up higher. I don't know if in this case it sort of got stuck, or it's just a bad design, it's broken, or what. I do note that there is a good 12 centimeters space there. I mean, obviously it's good to be able to leave your bedclothes and maybe pillow up there during the day, but do you want to hit your head every time you come in and out? And this is something I'm always going about, this is spare beds which are in general not used if there's only 2 of you. It might be that you don't want to sleep with the person you're with, in which case you will need a spare bed, but in a case like this, do you really want to hit your head on the bed every time you come in and out of the van? Another thing is this here, that is blocking the door. Now, it could well be that it should go further up, but even so, it does strike me is that that is a bit of unfortunate design. Let's have a look what else we've got in here. We've got a big tower fridge there, and let's come out. You've got a bit of storage down there should you want to keep anything down there. Heating under there, under the driver's the compartment, and come out and have a bit more look here. This being in Poland, we don't really have a huge amount of choice of vehicles here, but it's nowhere near this trade fair as big as in Dusseldorf or in Stuttgart and Birmingham and Paris and in Parma. But it's only the third year this has actually happened, and it's far bigger than I actually expected. So from that point of view, it's been interesting to actually visit it. Right, so there's more vehicles here, but as they've all been locked up now, I shan't be showing them. I didn't manage to film Adria at Dusseldorf. The reason for this was there was somebody really nasty me on the Adria stand, and after that, oh, suit yourself, I won't film your vehicles, I'll just go somewhere else, which is precisely what I did. And so anyway, but the managing director of Adria is a friend of mine, so I won't say too much bad about the company. So have a look at my website for more vehicles, such as these very interesting Globe Traveller vehicles, which you can see in other films.